Welcome back to Property Play. I'm your host, Elena Saradidis, and today I have Chris Slightham with me. He is the CEO of Royal LePage Signature, also my boss. So hopefully I don't do anything that gets me in too much trouble today.
Your boss. That sounds ominous. Very, very official.
You're the person I call when I'm like, Chris, I might have done something wrong. Please help.
More like business partner
Yeah,
than boss,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Well, yeah. And also the person that calls me when it's like, what did you do?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that again?
That's all right.
Are you hosting more events?
Yes.
Go sell a house?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. That's about right. That's about right.
So kind of, Signature's been around forever.
Well, forever's a big term, but we've been of 60, years is a good run.
In my lifespan, forever.
Yes, you are not 60.
No, it's like double my age.
Yes.
So it's been around forever.
Yes.
Kind of run us through how it all came to be. How did you become CEO?
That's a great question. Thank you. We've been very lucky is how it's come to be, right? We're in a great city, we're in a really cool industry that we love. So it's not like work, we really are passionate about it. And we've just had a really, we've really had a great run. Like I don't know what more to say. Like we're very, excited about the business. We started very humbly with, my grandfather was a home builder. He had the opportunity to buy a small brokerage in 1965, and it was, 8 agents, I think, at the time. And he and my father ran it. And now my brother and I are here, with the responsibility of taking charge and running the business. And yeah, and so we've grown and it's been exciting.
He's going to be humble. How many agents do you have now?
We have about 1,600.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, are you one of the bigger Royal LePage franchises?
We are, yeah.
Or are you the biggest one?
One of the biggest.
One of the biggest. Okay. Yeah. See, Chris is humble. If anything, he's very humble. Okay. Did you ever practice in real estate, though? I don't know if I know the answer to that.
Yeah.
So you traded.
Yes. Yeah. Family rule. You have
Okay.
to go and trade real estate at another company or two first before you come and work for the family. Because it's the only way that you can really figure things out on your own and experience. And I think that's a good, from a family business standpoint, I think it's a good strategy for any type of business, you're running, right?
Were other brokerages kind of concerned, like, hey,
A couple of them were. Yeah.
you're like,
Couple of
why
them.
are
I
you
got
coming to
turned
work
down.
here?
I got turned down on my first application because they felt it was might be a bit of a conflict. No problem. And then second time around, I got welcomed in.
Okay. And are any of the kids coming into real estate? No.
Our kids are still a little young to know yet. So, the fourth generation is definitely, they're still in school. And
Okay.
so they haven't made it to university yet. So once they get there, maybe a few of them are looking at business as a path for studying. So who knows, right? You never know. And I think, as my family, my mom and dad did for my brother and I, is they always said, look, if you're really passionate and interested about it, then by all means, there's a great opportunity, but we do not want you to feel obligated because that's a dangerous, like anything you do in life, if you're not really interested in it, it's going to be a grind and you're probably not going to do it super well. And so that's how we approach it.
Did you or your brother do anything differently before you guys got into real estate, or did you guys kind of just get in and then keep rolling?
Great question. So I didn't really do anything different because I was the kid who followed my dad to work when I was, yay high, many, many years ago. And I always kind of knew that I liked this idea of being in business and I liked what my dad was doing. My brother didn't take as direct a path, although he decided to go work for, in the real estate field in a commercial appraisal business first. And then, working for somebody else, got a feel for that, which is a tremendous experience, and then got his real estate license and went into sales, and then ultimately decided, yeah, I think this is really good. And of course, it's been a great run ever since.
That's amazing. This makes a lot of sense, though, that you started from this high,
Yeah.
following your dad around, because
Yeah.
anyone who knows you also knows that you are stats obsessed
Yes.
or driven.
Yes. Yeah. I like
Can-
facts if you can find them. Yeah.
Can you kind of dive into what's going on in the market right now and the stats in today's market?
Sure, absolutely. It's the market as we know today has changed dramatically in the last 3 years. I mean, it's really gone through a roller coaster ride in the last 5 since the beginning of COVID, and we're in that reset situation right now. But I think we've ultimately come to a place where interest rates have now settled back down into a very healthy place. We're starting to see increased transaction volume, but there's still great choice out there in the market. So we've gone through this roller coaster ride over the last 5 years, and I think we're now at a reset, bottom of the reset, and looks like I think we're going to start to see some growth.
When you say growth, though, because people are going to be interested, do you mean properties will start selling? Do you mean prices will go up? What do you mean by growth?
That's a great point, Elena, because I talk about growth generally speaking at first in transaction volume, because that's really what has to happen first is consumers, buyers have to be confident about buying real estate so the transaction volume goes up and then prices tend to follow. And I think that's really what's happening right now. So transaction volume, although we're not setting any records by any stretch, we're actually one of the toughest years in 30 years, but we're starting now to see some transaction volume growth, and prices have been stable for 3 years. They really have. They've just kind of bounced around in this level, plus or minus $30,000 over the last 3 years. And I think now we're likely going to be ready to see some slow but healthy price growth. So I'm hoping it's not 10 or 12 or 14 or 15% a year. I really like the 3 to 5% range. Is what I think is sustainable over the next little while.
Which is what we were at pre-COVID.
Yeah, we were actually pre-COVID, we were 6 to 7 range, even 8 to 9, some few years bouncing in around sort of between 6 and 9%. Was a little hot even in that. I think that's at the high end of the spectrum for sure of comfort. But I think that if we could do in the 3 to 6 range, I think that would be a very sustainable, healthy number. I like slow and steady, right? It's forget about these erratic moves up and down. I like it kind of slow and steady. Yeah.
Well, what I think the most consumers, are starting to get around, conditions are back. People are doing sold conditional based on escape clause. What are the questions that you're getting asked from your agents right now? Like, what are people coming to you with problems or challenges that are a little bit more different or unique that you're now having to solve for that you didn't have to in the past?
Yeah, great question. I think what we're seeing at this moment in time, and we've had to go through this before at other cycles, but right now, unfortunately, some people have to sell because of their financial situation. So we're helping people navigate what the best solution is for them under those present day circumstances. And that creates stress, right? And so when you're under pressure, we really do try and help people find the best solution for them. So we're helping navigate those waters. Otherwise, right now we're also seeing a lot of first-time buyers actually come back into the market in the last 3 to 6 months because their interest rates, as I said earlier, have come down a little bit to a really nice healthy spot. We're actually below 4% now, and for 5-year fixed interest rates. The prices have come down since their peak in February of 2022 to a really nice level. There's some great opportunities. So we're helping people make really, really great decisions today around, is the value we're buying at today really good value or a good time to get in? And that's the analysis we're helping people with, because as you mentioned earlier, I like to look at the numbers. I think that's important. I think, look, we're selling residential real estate, so a lot of it's an emotional buy.
Yep.
Do I love this kitchen? Can I see my family here? Or can I host my friends or host a holiday? But we confirm those decisions with the math ultimately, right? At the end of the day. And that's what I really like to make sure people feel good about their buying decision.
So what do you consider good value right now?
Depends on where your type of property. Right? It really does. Depends on the type of property. So right now, there's definitely good value in the condo sector for sure. I think there's actually good value everywhere relative to what the peak was.
Yeah.
Some have, some things have become even really good value, which I would say condos right now are really good value. But there's a lot of stuff that's out there that's good value.
What I've been talking to a lot of my clients about is cost of replacement.
Yes.
Like, can they afford to rebuild at what price you're paying you're paying for it at? And if the answer is no, they couldn't rebuild it, then we're in a good position.
You got it.
Like, we're winning.
Yes.
So I think that's the pivotal moment for a lot of clients right now is if you can buy something at a cost that they could not afford to build it at, you've already won, because in the future when we don't have inventory, they need to build it. It will be at a certain number, and that's going to be the benchmark number. How much could we actually build for?
Correct.
That's it for this episode on Property Play. If you like content like this, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. We're going to have Chris back next week to talk all things what predictions we have for next year.